5 years ago, Miami bet on potential. They drafted a 6'8" Nigerian forward with defensive instincts and hustle that couldn't be taught. Precious Achiuwa. 20 picks into the 2020 draft, the Heat saw something raw, something worth molding in their culture-first system. Now, that same organization just told him to pack his bags. Miami waived Achiuwa after a forgettable preseason where he averaged under 5 points and shot just over 40% from the field. But this isn't just about numbers on a stat sheet. This is about a player who spent 5 years proving he belonged in this league, only to watch his homecoming turn into a quiet exit. Here's what makes this strange. The Heat barely have anyone behind Bam Adebayo and rookie Kelly Ware in the front court. They're paper thin at the position, and yet they chose to let go of someone who knows their system, someone who's logged over 300 games in the NBA, someone who's actually been to the playoffs 4 times. So what happened? Achiuwa signed a non-guaranteed deal in late September, essentially in audition. If his contract became guaranteed on opening night, Miami would have been pushed over the luxury tax threshold. That's the real story here. Not his effort, not his potential. Money. And that's the brutal part of this business. Achiuwa did everything asked of him throughout his career. He was solid in Toronto, averaging over 9 points and 6 boards during his time with the Raptors. With the Knicks, he stayed productive even as his minutes dipped in a crowded rotation. He defended multiple positions, he crashed the glass, he filled whatever role was needed. But none of that mattered when the calculator came out. Miami's preseason was a disaster. They went 0-6, and when a team struggles like that, somebody becomes the fall guy. Achiuwa didn't even play in their final preseason game, which told you everything about where his standing was. The hardest pill to swallow? After leaving New York in free agency, Achiuwa struggled all summer to find a home. The Knicks signed Guerschon Yabusele instead, a player with a similar skill set, and suddenly the league went quiet on him. Miami felt like a lifeline, a chance to reset where it all began. Instead, it became another rejection. At 26 years old, Achiuwa isn't washed. He's appeared in 320 career games with averages of 7.6 points and 5.7 rebounds. Those aren't star numbers, but they're rotation player numbers. And in today's NBA, where teams are desperate for switchable defenders who can rebound and play with energy, there should be a spot for him somewhere. The question is, where? Achiuwa now joins a short list of available frontcourt players in free agency. He'll likely land somewhere before the season starts, but this moment stings differently because coming full circle was supposed to mean something, and instead, it just meant goodbye.